Hello. Anybody out there? I know it's a last minute thing. I decided to go live at the last minute. We'll see who shows up. Hello, anybody out there? Well, I know it's a last minute live, but I decided to go ahead and go live. So here's my intro. Yep, just a rebel girl, and you never know what I'm going to do and when I'm going to show up. Hello, everybody who's here. Say hello. I see that there's a couple people out there, and I decided to go live. It is like 85 degrees right now in my camper. I just don't have the air on because I just have a great cross breeze coming through, and Danny's just sitting here right here on my step here watching and listening. And how is everybody out there? It's been a long time since I've been live. Let me know if you're getting this okay, because my screen keeps flickering and I'm not sure if it's because of the fan or the internet. So I should be live now, I hope. It says live. Oh yeah, it does say live in the upper corner. So it did go through, and I hope you can hear me okay. In fact, let me see. I'll get my earbud and put it in. Hold on, I'll be right back. I always forget that they like you to have one of these in your ear. They always tell you that you need to have an earbud in your ear so the sound is correct. I don't know if you hear it any better. Can you hear me okay? Anybody out there want to say hello? I got 4 people watching, but just give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know you're here. Thanks for joining me. My signal says it's kind of low for the StreamYard that I use, but yet my internet Starlink says that I've got full bars. Hello there, Daryl. How are you? I have not, I've seen you comment, but I haven't had the opportunity to talk to you lately. I hope everything is well with you and in your world. And where are you at right now, or where are you watching from? I am in Illinois. I'm in Amboy, Illinois, which is, I guess you'd say, north. North. Hi, Carolyn Nunez. How are you? I am in, as I was saying, I'm in Amboy, Illinois. Danny is doing good. She's right here. She got a haircut yesterday. Show everybody your pretty haircut. Show everybody how pretty you look. There she is. Yeah. Okay, so you're in Jacksonville. That's great. And where are you at, Carolyn? Hey, Carrie Joe, how you doing? Siri thought I was talking to her and answered me. Not too shabby. Thanks for asking. Or did you say that? Yeah, she is cute. Siri, disregard. I don't know why Siri is. Let me exit her out of here. Siri out of here. If it'll work here. There it goes. I'm doing well. Oh, okay, Carolyn, you're in Southern Cal, Orange County. Yeah, she does look cute. She wasn't sitting still for me very well because it was really hot yesterday. It was way in the 90s. And Carrie Joe, you're in Illinois, aren't you? Or right at the edge of Wisconsin. So I'm sure that you had some high temperatures also. It was pretty hot here the last 2 days, and it's going to be hot again today. If you saw my, oh yeah, yours was, and yeah, I know that was your Siri. Okay, I thought it was my Siri. I had to exit out, but I have my, I if you saw my last video, the video I just put out yesterday, I think it was yesterday. I put a pool up in the campsite. I got a pool delivered right to me here at my campsite from Walmart. It has a seat on each. It's square and it has a seat on each corner. It is officially summer, and the heat is like crazy. Yes, southern Wisconsin. I mean, I knew, Carrie Joe, that you're really not that far from me because I'm in Amboy, which is the northern end, but I was in Belvedere at Pine Country. So that's where I was before I came back over here to Amboy. This park I'm at was used to be called Yogi Bear. It was a Yogi Bear park, but it's not a Yogi Bear anymore. So I hope everybody's okay. I thought, gee, I'm going to try going online. It's been a long time. It took me like 2 hours. I was up really, really early. And I thought, oh, let me go online real early. It is very humid here also. I mean, I was just like dying. But like I said, I don't have my AC on, but I do have a nice breeze coming through. And I have my little Amazon fans back here that I love. They really run like on battery or USB charge. And but they run for a long time and they're not real noisy, and I like using them more than I do. I got little hairs flying all over, more than I do cranking the air conditioner, because cranking the air conditioner is just putting a lot of pressure on the grid and everybody else. Although today I think we have less people here in the park. Most people go home on Sunday, and so there's less people here. But yeah, that's about all that's new with me, except I did upgrade my 1,000 Trails program, and I bought the new adventure plan. Hey John, how are you? Good morning, the country dweller. It's good to see you. I went through my whole list like at 4 o'clock this morning when I woke up early. I was going through my whole list of channels that I subscribe to, or people I subscribe to, and I thought of you, John, because of course I saw your name, and people on here that I see your name, if I've subscribed to your channel, but or just to your name, because sometimes you just subscribe to the name and they really don't have any videos up. But I did delete a lot of people off of my subscriber list, people that I haven't seen or heard or anything from them in like 4 years. I don't know that they're, you don't hear anything about them. They're not in the YouTube platform anymore. So yeah, the air conditioning is very noisy, Carrie. You're absolutely right. Now, and why should I run it if I'm outside? I know it's refreshing to come back in here, but if I'm going to be outside hanging out in the yard area and working on things out there, maybe, or sitting in my little pool, why would I, waste the air conditioning? I can't, I just kind of gotta have a hard time with that. I feel like I need to conserve energy, and I have my, also my solar going on my camper. Okay, no problem, Daryl. Daryl says he has to leave. So, but thanks for joining us, Daryl. Yeah, the little pool everybody loved my little pool here at the RV park. They're like, where did you get that? And I'm like, I had it delivered from Walmart. And they're like, really? Walmart? I go, yeah, it was a Walmart pool, and it's got, the 4 sides where you can sit, where you blow up the cushion, and actually you can sit on this little cushion. It's got a backrest on it as well. which is kind of pretty cool. So it makes it very comfortable. Well, I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can put it on here. I'll have to go into my pictures and see if I can get that picture downloaded. I'm not sure if I can do while I'm talking, but I will try. I mean, if you look, let me see. Go on my pictures. Maybe I can put it up here. It's really a nice little pool. And I even bought a little chlorine dispenser. Oh, I have not heard from Tammy. I did not know her sister passed away. I just talked to Tammy not a couple weeks ago. Was this all of a sudden? Thanks, Carol. Was this all of a sudden? Carrie Joe, I didn't hear anything about Tammy's sister. And is that the sister that's here? Did she come home? I would think she might have came home. Really? I didn't know her sister was ill. That's so sad because no, she didn't text me or send me a message or anything. I would have gone to the services. That's very sad. So I hope everybody who's here will keep RV keep Tammy, RV Tollers in their prayers, because what a sad thing. I know I would be devastated if anything happened to my sister, and she stays at her sister's. It's the sister that lives right over by this the state park, right, Carrie Joe? I will have to send her a text message this afternoon if the service is this morning. That's really sad because I don't go to the on the morning chats. I don't really go in many of the chat rooms, which is probably why I did not get it. I'm gonna see if I could try to get that picture for you. It wanted to come up here, but it didn't come up. See if I can get it downloaded and send it to you. Put it up on the screen. Because it opened on my screen. I hope you still see me, because I'm going to put this in my pictures and try to upload it. I'm going to see what I can do there. So I hope I don't lose you. And are you still there? There you are. Let's see. It has I have a feature where I can. Oh, I'm wondering if let's see if I. Nope. Hold on 1 second. See if I can get that. Oh, here it is. That's going to let me. So I'm going to see if I can bring that up and show it to you. If I would have thought about it. Oh, it said there was a problem with my file. Oh, she had 2 flat tires on the way home? I didn't know her sister had MS. Really? I didn't know she had been in a nursing home either. She didn't tell me when last time I talked to her. Well, sometimes those things are private, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the picture up so you could see it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna hold it up and see if you could see it. There. Let me see. All right. See, it's got 4 sides, 4 areas. They have a cushion you could sit on, and then it has the back that you blow up so you can lean back. That's the camper next to me. But I've got a pretty big site here, which is what I really like. Oh, not the sister where she stays. Okay. I guess I see. You were in a care center, Carolyn? What happened? My friend, it's a nice pool, isn't it? Thank you. My friend, I don't know why my picture keeps like flashing. Is it flashing at you guys' side where you guys are at? Is it flashing? Um, a friend of mine had surgery, and her husband had just previously had surgery on his shoulder. So when she had surgery on her hip, she had not regular hip surgery, but okay, great. Thanks, Carrie Joe. She didn't have like a hip replacement. What she actually had was she had to have her bushing, I think it's called bushing muscle or whatever, and so, removed, and some of her tendons had torn really bad. So they went in, they repaired it all, and because her husband had just had surgery on his shoulder, he really couldn't take care of her very well. So they put her in a rehab center for a few days before they actually sent her home. And she was like, she says, I had to wait for an hour, she said, before they came to let me go, to take me to the washroom, to go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh my goodness. And so I guess she called her daughter, her daughter called the nurse's station and said, hey, my mother shouldn't have to wait for an hour to go to the bathroom. I mean, they weren't. And what I said, what are they doing? Partying, having a party? And it was like, was that what do we just have? Memorial Day weekend is the holiday. It's like, that's crazy. It's like, it's a shame because a lot of people just don't even want to work anymore. I know I have a niece who's a nurse and she works her tail off. I mean, she goes from morning till night. She works 12-hour shifts. So if she works 12-hour shifts in a row, she's like exhausted. It takes her at least one whole day to recover. And I know that's how it was for me when I worked 12-hour shifts when I was a police officer. I got a hangnail bugging me. But anyway, so what's everybody been up to? I mean, it's been a long time since I've done a live, and I've been talking a lot about it to my friends and that I talk to all the time, from YouTubers and that. And so I thought, well, I might as well do it. Let's do it. And I did. I thought, oh, okay, I'll go online and do a quick little live stream during the day for those people who are fortunate enough to not have to work outside the home, but they work inside the home or they work from home. You had too many falls. Oh, wow. That's too bad. Sorry to hear that, Carolyn. I will keep you in our prayers for sure. Definitely for sure. Carrie Joe, do they still do that morning prayer group that Kathy used to do? That when the other gals took over, I used to be in the group, and I just it's just too early for me. Okay, yeah, it's just much too early for me. Although today I was up at like 4:30. I actually got a great picture of the moon still out there, half a crescent. It was pretty kind of cool. And if I would have known I was going to talk about it, I probably would have, uploaded the picture so you could have seen it. But instead I don't have it right now. Oh, here it is. Maybe I can get it here. I was I'm going to put it up in the. Can you see it? That was this morning at like 4 something. That's really early though for me. I've been really busy. Oh, you're using a walker now? Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. It's so much easier for them to do that. It's like, well, my friend, she's only there for rehabilitation after surgery. She wasn't there because um, she could easily go to the bathroom on her own, but she didn't need to be in a diaper just because somebody's too lazy to come and take you to the bathroom or bring you a bedpan. That's ridiculous because they're too lazy to do that. Or, they're not that busy because they only give the nurses so many patients, and they give the CNAs or the caretakers or the patient care techs, whatever that particular house calls them, so many patients. So it's just the people just don't want to do their job, it seems like, anymore. This place I'm at right now, they're like having new management. They're going to have new management here. So in the meantime, they have people substituting management because the other manager's not here. They walked her out, and I don't know what the situation was. Some people say she quit. Some people say she was fired. Who knows? But anyway, it's not my business. They hired some new people, and they had new people working at the little store that they have in the park. Well, both people quit. All they want to do is hang around on their phone. They just want they can't understand why they have to, why they can't sit and play on their phone. Well, because you have to do your job. You got to work. Put your phone away. And that's what social media has done. Is, as much as I love having people watch my videos and my channel, it shouldn't interfere with their job, and it's unfortunate, but it seems like that's kind of what's been going on, with a lot of people and their jobs. They are at a lot of places of employment is people just don't really want to work. Oh, I just found a quarter. I'm going to use this for Aldi's. I went to Aldi's the other day, and I was looking all over the place for a quarter because I had used all my quarters for laundry. I'm like, there's got to be a quarter in this van someplace. And I did finally find one. And then I put it on the side. I said, I'm going to save this quarter so that I will have this quarter next time. And then now I just found one sitting right here. I don't know where it came from, out of nowhere. But so it's 87 in the camper, but it doesn't feel like it's 87. And I'd have to check the weather and see what it's like, what the weather is. It's 82 outside, but it says at 11 o'clock it's going to get really, really windy. So I did pull in my canopy a bit or my awning a bit, because it was making noise from the arm stretching in and out. It was like making or that noise on rubber, or kind of thing. How'd that go again? Yeah. But so I pulled that in because I didn't want that to be annoying for y'all if you were, on the live stream. But other than that, I have the new program where I can stay in the park for 21 days, and then I can go to another park for 21 days. And if I want to come back here to the same, I can't just stay here. I have to leave. Hey, Kev C, how are you? Oh, hello, James. Thanks for joining us. Nice hot day to stream, right? Sit in the air conditioning and do a live stream. Yeah, we've been on for 25 minutes. It was a last minute decision, you know. I'm glad I was, I've been thinking about everybody that I haven't spoken with in a while because I haven't been doing, any live streams. And, it just, you just get in the middle, I start doing something like cleaning or working on a project or, whatever. And then the time just goes by so fast. And the next thing I know, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, you know? And so it's not because I'm putting the phone in front of my face. You have those days too, where you put the phone in front of your face and it's like 2 hours later, you're still sitting on the phone. That's what I mean. The phone is, and the social media is really gotten to be a really, it's a good thing, but it's not a good thing kind of thing, you know? Oh, your index heat in Pennsylvania is 101? Wow. What's our heat index? I mean, it's early here. It's only 9:30, you know. So, um tomorrow it says, it's supposed to rain Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm like, "Oh my goodness." You know, I don't want it to rain all those days. But then it's going to be sunny on Saturday, but then chances of rain again on Sunday. That weather sucks. It just really does. But the heat index, it's saying, let's see, air quality is 55, moderate. Heat advisory until June 24th. It says feels like 84. So it's not too bad yet. The heat index is not that bad yet, but the wind is like 60, it's 16 miles an hour, but the humidity is 74% right now. So, and it's early, so I'm sure it's going to be going up as the day goes by, you know. Who else is in the chat that hasn't said anything? It's kind of like in the lurkers lounge, as we might say, you know. Say hi. So, I've been thinking, I talked to Billy Strong the other day. Everybody remember Rhonda 96 in South. You're in Pennsylvania too, John? Wow, are you coming? You're in Central Pennsylvania. This really nice lady let me use her golf cart. And I got a video that's just about ready to come out. I already uploaded it, but I was going to wait. Maybe, I was going to maybe put it out right away. But oh, you're home for the summer, John. Country dweller. That's nice. So she let me have her use her golf cart while she's not here. I'm like, oh, I was so happy because I can like order stuff from Walmart and I could just go up to the front gate and collect it with the golf cart and bring it back. I can use the golf cart to go do my laundry, which is nice, just put my instead of taking the van and having to drive the van all the time to go get things done. And they finally got the pools open at this park. Well, I don't know if I'm going to make it to. I don't think I'm going to make it to Aja's unless I change my plans. I did just actually book a reservation. I have to get to Vegas early because I have to have my camper fixed, and that's a priority. So on my way to Vegas, I was talking to Billy Strong, and I thought, well, maybe I should have maybe have a little meetup, So I'm actually thinking about my hair's blowing in my face because I changed my wind direction, the curtains in my face and everything. I'm thinking about having a meetup. Now I've only so far I've only missed one of Aja's parties, but I might be missing this one because I mean last year I dressed up as Frozen, but I already know what the theme is this year, but I'm not gonna say anything because she hasn't really announced it yet. Um, that I know of. I'm not sure the actual date. Now I know that Terry and Scott were in Phoenix and they were watching his sister's place. Um, and I just said 51 minutes ago. I'm thinking that Terry and Scott are back at her place. So I'm gonna have to watch that video. She's got friends at RV Home Base. So that's what I'll watch when I end up signing off. When I, off of the live stream. But I wish we had some more people here. I mean, it goes from 7 to 12, back down to 7. Thank you to the 7, the loyal 7 that are still here. Thank you so much. Um, so anyway, I was thinking of having a meetup, and I thought I would do it in Texas again. And I found a state park, a different state park. For Lollapalooza, we were going to Abilene State Park for the last couple of years. We really liked it there because they have a wagon wheel and stuff like that. And they have the building there and everything. But I thought it would be nice to go somewhere else, somewhere a little closer to the east side of to the east of the state, on the east side of Texas. And so I did make a reservation at a park. I'm not really sure yet before I announce it. So I was going to kind of get a feeling like if there was anybody that was on the chat that would be interested in coming to a meetup if it was in East Texas, probably closer to the border of Louisiana, and how many people might want to come. It would be really low key, very, very low key, meaning I'm not going to do anything with campsites. People have to make their own reservations if they want to come. And I'm planning on it for September, the end of September, because I need to get to Las Vegas. I can't get there when it's too hot. I don't want to get there when it's too hot, but I need to get there because I need to get the wall of my camper fixed. If you've seen my videos, when they repaired the inside wall, the dealership repair person used staples to staple the two pieces of wall together, and the staples were too long, and you couldn't tell right away, but as you go down the road and the walls kind of move with the winds and the suctions and everything, the staples came out on the outside of my camper. So I have staple line all the way down. You can see the staples, and I have silicone on there right now. In fact, I have to go put some more silicone on there because we've been getting some heavy rains. Plus my hot water tank went out again, and they had just fixed that. That was fixed under warranty, and now it's not working again. So they're going to fix all that. The dealership I bought it at said, "Don't worry, we'll take care of it." Now they offer to, pay somebody to fix um, the staple issue, in when I was in Florida, or somebody of my choice. But you know what? I just think of it this way. I'd rather just keep going to the same place. I don't want to put any other dealerships or repair people in the mix of it. And I know that they're going to take care of it, and I just believe they're going to take care of it, and it'll be a done deal. So I'm thinking the end of September. Hey, Judith. Well, I haven't had a live for a long time, so you didn't miss anything. Thanks for joining in. I'm so happy that you piped in and said hello. I was just telling everybody I was thinking about doing a meetup in the end of September in Texas, and it would be at a different park, not at Abilene. It would be a Texas state park, and Texas is kind of, Actually, if you think about it, it's in the kind of in the middle of the southern, region of the United States between, and you, I don't know what kind of weather it's going to be. I mean, we don't know ever. Oh, sorry. But I'm hoping that maybe, it'll be low key. If people, I'm going to put it out there that I'm going to be there. And if you want to come, if you want to hang out, book your site. I'll just say book your site if you want to come. You don't have to be invited. You just come. Everyone's welcome, as always, with any uh, Wheeled Wanderer rendezvous or any Lollapalooza. Anybody was always welcome. We just ask that you be like minded and treat people with respect when you're there. You know what I mean? So and follow the park rules, and then any rules for the meetup. But basically, the park rules are the priority for the state park rules. So it's probably going to be the weekend of the last weekend in September, which happens to usually be Aja's birthday, I think. If, I'm not sure if that's going to be the date of her party, but I'm still good. Not everybody goes to Aja's, that goes to the other meetups. Um, really, there's only one or two of us that go to Aja's that go to the Lollapalooza or the Wheel Wanderers Rendezvous. So, um, I feel like I love going to visit her, and I love going to her property, and I have such a good time. So, hey, Charlie Grace. Charlie Grace, everybody. If you don't know Charlie Grace, you need to check out her channel and everybody else's channel on here. But Charlie Grace has got a great channel. She's very informative. She keeps people informed and about new things and events that are happening. And she's a whole heck of a lot of fun. She really is. So check out her channel. She's so funny, and she travels all over as well. I hope all is well with you and your rig. I think it's been a year since you've had your new rig. I think she got a new rig about a year ago. And she travels with a fur baby. Welcome to my live stream. This was a last minute thing. Oh, you're in Colorado. It's kind of cool. Nice and cool there, isn't it? It doesn't get too hot. Are you going to M24 to M25? I met Charlie Grace at M25, which was Michigan 2025 meetup in Michigan, which I haven't been able to get back to one, but I really had a lot of fun. Um, and that's where I met her, and uh, travels with Boomer Lance. I met him there. And let me look and see what dates I'm looking at, because I just did get a confirmation on my reservation. Where'd it go? I gotta find it in the right. I'm not sure. Oh, I thought it was. I'm gonna have. Oh, here it is. Because it's this Texas State Park. Oh, Adventure. So you're gonna go to the Adventure Van Expo, Overland Expos, and more events through September. May not make it back to Michigan. Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get to Michigan, but I won't be there for M25 because I got to get to Las Vegas to get my camper fixed. But I am possibly going to have a meetup in Texas, and it would be the last weekend in September. I think it's the last weekend. September 25th to 28th. So that's tentative. And when I decide for sure, yeah, Texas is fun. We've had Lollapalooza was an event that we had every year there. Lola, who passed away 2 years ago, was the organizer, and she had given up she wasn't going to do it anymore. So I did it the last year, and Lola passed away a week before the event started. And we miss her dearly. She was such an awesome lady. Um, and so we still did have a Lollapalooza. I had my event that I started here in Illinois was the WWR, which is the Wheeled Wanderers Rendezvous. And so the first year that I did the Lollapalooza, I named it Lollapalooza Tribute. But I think that if I do this meetup, that it'll be a Wheel Wanderers Rendezvous again, because that's the meetup that I had originally started a year before I did Lollapalooza. And that was an event I had in the Midwest, and Texas is still a Midwest, but I would like to still do a event in Florida, although I've gone to the van gatherings in Florida from a lot of van groups. But this is, going to be basically really low key, kind of like M25, but maybe even lower key than that. Just kind of um, meet up and hang out with friends or new friends, make new friends, and and just kind of do fun things. They have a lot of things at this park. They have it's a big fishing park, and they have a big body of water there. And actually, you can some of the campsites if you have a boat, you can pull it right up to your campsite if you have one, and or you can go kayaking, whatever. I still have to call the park because I got a feeling there might be gators in that fresh water there. I'm not sure. Um, which we have to always watch out for gators. But it's really nice. And they actually have like a little amphitheater area with a big screen that we'd be able to use for movie night with rows of seating, which would be awesome. But they do not have an enclosed um, pavilion. The pavilion or the group site that they have is just a cover with electric and water, you know, but no AC. We got spoiled in Abilene. We were at Abilene Park for almost, I think, 4 years. We were there. I think we had our Lollapalooza there 4 years. And the nice thing about Abilene State Park was they had um, we were on a wagon wheel, and we were able to. It is a really nice park, Carrie Joe, but we have had the wagon wheel at Lollapalooza. So what was nice about it was they're all parked in a circle. Some people, we ran out of spots. Some people were parked in the park, and they just would drive up to the wagon wheel. But then we had that building that had a bathrooms in it, so you didn't have to go far. You didn't have to fill up your black tank or your gray tank because you only had water and electric at your site, but you didn't have any sewer. Although the sewer was only a stone throw away, literally, it was so close, Um, but and it had a full kitchen with air conditioning and a stove and microwave, and tables, and it was really nice. I mean, I really loved it there at Abilene State Park, but something different for a change. And for people who live closer to the east side of Texas, you know, and it makes it easier for them to come instead of having to go all the way to the other side, all the way over to Abilene, or, further south. It'll take a look at another state park. Originally, when Lola started Lollapalooza, we did a different park every year. That's how it started. But then we did go back to Cedar Hill a second time. It depended on what was available, you know. So I know I already have a reservation for this park. So even if I don't do a meetup, I can cancel the reservation, or I can just go stay there on my way traveling to Las Vegas. So we'll see what I end up you know, we'll see how it goes. I want to see how other people feel about it. If people just want to come, hang out, and camp, they're more than welcome to come and hang out and camp. They're nice campsites too. It sounds like So a friend of mine, Billy Strong, said it was a really cool park. He's been there before, and I'm hoping that Billy and his wife Rhonda can meet me there. And I thought, well, if I go camp out with them, it'd be great for the whole, as many people as we know would have a big crowd to visit. I think that'd be kind of cool. Anyway, so possible meetup, a WWR Wheeled Wanderers Rendezvous, and I'll keep everybody posted on either my channel or on the on the Lollapalooza Facebook page. So that would be cool. I'm excited about that. So I could see my temperatures going up. It's like 87 in here now. I think it was 82 when I started the chat. But the sun felt really hot when I got up this morning, but now it doesn't feel like it's as hot as it was earlier. I don't believe I was up and on a live stream and it's not even 10 o'clock, because anybody who really knows me knows I don't usually talk to anybody before 9 o'clock in the morning. But maybe I'm changing my ways. You got to change your evil ways. No, baby. That's not the words to the song, but I can make them up. Right? So anything else happening with anyone that's on the chat that you'd like to share? Like I said, let's everybody keep Tammy and her family in our prayers. Her sister passed away. I just learned that from Carrie Joe. And I haven't seen Carrie Joe. I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen Charlie Grace in a while. I haven't seen Judith since the last Lollapalooza. Yeah, usually I do my live streams really late. I like doing midnight. It's like me being at midnight. I'm a nocturnal person, or a pajama party live stream. Kind of like a pajama party live stream. But I'm really enjoying being back in Illinois. I think though, I do have to cut my visit here kind of short and head back out to Las Vegas. And last year when I went early to that area, I got there in October after Asha's party. Right after Asha's party, I went straight down that way. And oh my gosh, it was 113 degrees there. It was so hot, And I was like, oh, I don't know if I could be in that hot weather again, because I'd never experienced 113 degrees weather, But even living in Florida, all the years I lived in Florida, it was never 113 degrees. 102, 105, but that's it. Actually, Carrie Joe, no, I'm not working with my son this year. This summer, my son is doing a lot of traveling right now for and doing some work for a friend of his who's in Europe. And right now my son is in Europe, which is so cool. If I didn't have Danny, I'd be there with him, It's 80? Still have the June gloom morning. That's what I always noticed about California. It's like the fog had to burn off before, you really got good sunshine, That's true. And it is cooler temperatures at nighttime. But it's been very, very, very windy here. Very windy. More so than I remember it being for a long time. It's been very, very windy, which has been, odd. It rained really bad when I was at this other park before I moved to the park I'm at now. And my hatchback in the back was leaking. But the window was just fixed, was leaking. I've had just so many problems, you know. Fortunately, the dealership that I bought this from is an awesome dealership. You know, they didn't build this RV, but they sold it. So they have really stepped up to the plate for me with getting things fixed. They're really good people. Oh yeah, it's hot in Vegas. My sister lives there, and she was like, it was so hot that they kept, you know, they'll be working and doing stuff in the yard, and then they take a dip in the pool, and then they go back and do stuff and take a dip at the pool. That's why I put the little pool outside my camper here, because I knew it was going to be like 95 degrees, and we have this bad humidity here in you know, in Illinois, especially in the suburbs. I mean, I'm still an hour and a half away from Chicago, but it's still very, very humid here. Hey, Craig. There's my friend Craig. Now, Craig is a WWR person who came to my WWR meetup. I was just telling everybody, Craig, that I might do a WWR this year in East Texas, closer to Louisiana's border. So at a state park. So I'm hoping that maybe you'll be able to come. We'll see. I'll let you everybody know for sure so they can make reservations. I have already, you know, it's going to be very low key, Craig, just like the last one was. And we went kayaking. We did a bunch of stuff at the WWR, the first, well, it was the first one that we had in Starve Rock. The second one we had in Tennessee, and the third one I'm looking at Texas. So it's about time. There's been really no meetups. I mean, there's no more van builds, and the RTR is totally changed from what it used to be. Um, there is still Schoolie Palooza and some of those meetups, you know, which are fun. You know, they're pretty big, but like the WWR would probably not be that big, you know, and it's basically would be very, very low key. Of course, we would have a potluck. We always have a potluck, and we would have a movie night because they have an amphitheater uh, where they have a screen and they have seating outside, as long as it didn't rain. So that would be kind of cool. I think it would be cool. So I will probably do another live stream to announce it for sure and the dates, but I do have to talk to the park. Kind of was going to put a little feelers out there, see what anybody thought, you know, how they thought about it, what they thought about it, if they were interested. And, you know, um, hey, you can always send me an email if you want to throw your opinion in there, say what you think. I'm at RVRebelGirl at gmail.com. So, oh, you have friends in Switzerland. How nice. Yeah. Your bestie's in Vegas. Well, my sister's in Vegas, so she's my bestie. She's my best friend since I was born, you know, and we've become so much closer, you know. I go every year now, you know, to spend some time with her. So in addition to me having my RV fixed, I'll be there to have Thanksgiving. I've kind of made it a tradition to have Thanksgiving. And this year, I think my son's gonna also have Thanksgiving at my sister's with me. What is the date today? Today is my nephew's birthday. I gotta tell him happy birthday. Happy birthday, Anthony. But I know he's not watching. Um, but it's early in Vegas. Well, he's probably on the job because he has his own business in Las Vegas. Oh, are you, Judith? Well, you know, I have another friend from high school that came to the Galpel meetup in Nashville, um, that I went to a couple months ago. That all my friends from high school, and my friend that is she lives in, I think she's in like Southern California somewhere along, and she said she's not that far from Vegas either. So I may be taking I want to go to Joshua Tree. I every year I go, I never end up making it there. Never making it to Joshua Tree. So I would like to go there. So you never know, you know. I may do that. And I don't know how many. Yeah, I really don't know what's happening with the BLM land, if they're having um, raising the prices or keeping the prices the same. I'm not sure what they're doing with that. You know. So anyway, what else is going on with everybody? Anybody else got stuff going on? I just realized that when I did when I started the live stream, I forgot to fix something on the YouTube. So I know it's coming over on YouTube because you're getting it. Oh, Ontario, huh? Wow. So did you see my posting that I was doing a live, or did you just? It seems otherworldly at night. Seems like another world at night. Really? It's not. I'm surprised it's not showing my live on here. I have to go in there and check that. I don't know why it's not showing up. It's supposed to be sending it to YouTube. It says you are live. See view on YouTube. Can you still see me? I hope so. Because now it's showing me on YouTube over here. I go out of there. Oops. But usually I can go in there and fix stuff, but I'm not able to do that right now. So I guess I can't fix what I was gonna try to fix on YouTube. I was gonna try to do it on my phone, but I can do it later. I'm maybe I have to fix it in YouTube. There it is. It's in the YouTube section. You got a balloon that just drifted into your living room? I wonder who drifted it. Hey, Moose Boots. Okay, so it just popped up then. Well, that's kind of good to know. You know, I I wanted to fix it on my. I don't think it's gonna let me fix it though. I'm gonna have to fix it later. But I am seeing it on my YouTube. On YouTube, I can see that it's live right now. There's so many things that you got to remember to do when you're going live. Like, if like this isn't monetized right now. I forgot to monetize it because I didn't go into YouTube and monetize it. I had a problem just getting on this program today. I couldn't even I had to like change my passwords and all kinds of stuff. It was like crazy. I couldn't believe I was having so much trouble, you know? It'll let me save it to my playlist, but it's not letting me do some other stuff in it. So I'll just have to do it later. Not a big deal. Oh, Joshua Tree was a high school place. Oh, for stargazing. That's pretty nice. I like to just sit and look at the sky, or see those meteor showers and stuff like that. So I mean, I went to another place in Arizona that had a bunch of Joshua trees there. That was way up north. I went to look at some property that my cousin owned, but I didn't. It wasn't Joshua Tree though. It was seeing a balloon 3 feet off the floor floating towards me from the dining room. Yeah. I wish if I did all these things like this, like on FaceTime, if you do all that stuff and you do these things like this and you do the peace sign, and you do all kinds of other things, you get all these things that pop up, like that you get balloons or you get confetti or you get rain or you get other things if you're on, but only on FaceTime. So the balloon thing is kind of cool, you know. But well, if I've been on here an hour now, and I just wanted to see if I could get back on here. I was having such a hard time getting the program to work for me, and that's mostly because I quit paying for it. And they have a free version. StreamYard has a free version, and then they have a version that you pay for, and they keep raising the prices for the pay, the version that you pay for. So I thought, I'm not doing very many lives. I'm not going to spend the money. And so what I did was, I still was using the regular StreamYard. And so because of that, you see that there is oh, here it is up here, up in this corner. You see it. Let's see. There, over in that corner, up there, it says powered by StreamYard. So because I don't pay for it anymore, it says that instead of having my little logo. And I couldn't even get on the program. I mean, for a minute, I thought I got locked out of my account, and I was freaking out about it. I thought, oh no, I lost my channel information. Somebody hacked me or something, but I didn't. I got back in. So, how hot is it in Virginia, Moose Boots? I mean, because it's like in the 80s here, but it's 88 in my camper right now. But that's not a big thing. And I had to redo my van. I don't know if you saw that video. I had to redo my van because the 2x4 came out of the wall that was holding up the bed. I'm not real happy with it, but I'm going to try to see if I can make it better than what it is, because it's not really. I really like my bed going across widthwise and not the length of the van. So when it's the length of the van, you just lose so much space. But when it's from side to side, you have a lot of space, in there. So I'm redoing that. I did also make my sitting area like into almost like a pit, almost like a bed area. It's more comfortable. And then I put my bed back up into a Murphy position, and I can still sleep up there, but I have to climb up there because I really like having that sofa that I have there, and it gives me much more room in my entry of my camper. So I did some, you know, moving for, every once in a while you just got to move your furniture around, right? Oh, the plants is amazing, huh? Cool. I see you also, Judith. Oh, will you have a safe weekend too, Judith? Are you leaving? I didn't sign off yet. But I was just going to say that, it was getting kind of, it's been an hour. I mean, I don't mind staying on a little bit longer, but Judith, I will try to do more live streams, and I'll, I, right now I've been in Illinois since April. So I have family matters to take care of, and hopefully I'll travel somewhere. I don't know. I'm probably going to go to Michigan and visit my friend that is recovering from surgery. It is refreshing, Carolyn. The breeze is unbelievable. That's why I said, even though it says it's 87 in my RV, it's very comfortable. And everybody's like, "Why you don't have your air on?" I said, "No, I got a cross breeze from the windows from each side and this back window here. So I've got breeze coming at me." And at 11 o'clock, it said it was going to get really windy for like a couple hours today. I'm not complaining about that, you know? Yesterday was so hot, though, I had to take Danny for a ride on that golf cart so we could cool off after we took a dunk in the pool. Oh, thanks, Judith. It's true, Moose Boots. A lot of people, you know, are not posting, but not just that, is many people are not um, doing YouTube anymore. They're not traveling anymore. They're done. They're like static now. They're just staying in an RV park, or they got property and they've become homesteaders, or they're doing like a off-grid living. And some people have gone to Patreon, and basically if you want to see anything, you have to pay them, you know. Um and I know I get it, you know. I do love windy days also. But it's nice to be part of. I mean, I don't push Patreon. I do belong to Patreon, but gosh, I haven't got any money from them in a couple years. You know, I think the last time when I had the Patreon, I did have some Patreons um, that a couple people from Florida, Debbie and her husband, who were really good to me, and I had some people who were really good to me, you know, but I never really push it or ask it. Even the memberships, I mean, I do have that membership plan. So if you wanted to be a member, but I have it where you don't even have to pay me. I mean, you could be a member and not pay anything to be a member. But I want everybody to feel like they're a member, that they don't have to pay. The views, if people are just loyal with watching my videos, I'll get paid back somehow, for that and for my time. I enjoy doing the videos when I do them. And I don't want it to become like, I feel like it's a job either. And I think some people really did it so gung ho that and so competitively that they feel like it was a job, and they were getting burnt out, like as if they were doing a job, you know. I'm adjusting my legs so my legs don't fall asleep. And it's kind of like they did it like it was a job, and they just got burnt out. I mean, I retired. I don't want a job. I got enough to do cleaning house. I said, my neighbors must think, my goodness, that girl that lady, all she does is work, 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 work. I've been working on that. Well, I had to fix the van, and then I had to put I'm constantly working around the camper. You know, it's just the way it is. That's true, Carolyn. But they're not going to stop this. I think that the BLM is not really going to raise their prices this year, and that's why. Excuse me. That is why I really like Thousand Trails, because with Thousand Trails, this new plan that I upgraded to, one, I upgraded because I need to know that I can go someplace and have electric and air conditioning, because, like I said, the last year when I was there and I was 113 degrees, I just definitely need to be in a park. Fortunately, a friend of mine who manages a park in Yuma, um, she was getting married, and she said, "Hey, you can't be staying out in the desert boondocking. It's going to be 115 degrees." You know, yeah, it was too much like work, John. I know. So, if always wanted to make it about being fun, and it was so much fun, and it wasn't like work for me. But when it does get to be like work, then hey, Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla and M25, people that I met at M25 in Michigan. If you're still here, Charlie Grace, you might remember them. Charlie Grace was just here earlier. Thanks for joining. I just talked to Billy the other night. He's at work now. He's probably thinking like, she never goes on. She never goes live during the day. Oh, can't say never. I am staying cool. And yes, Carrie Joe, it is definitely worth the upgrade, you know? But I just need to make sure that I'm 70 years old, and I forget how old I am sometimes, and I don't realize that, hey, I just need to I need to be able to have someplace safe from the weather. And this adventure plan I got, it's a 4-year contract, and I am locked into that for 4 years, but after that I can renew it and get do another contract for 2 years or 4 years, whatever, or I can just stop and go back to the yearly thing, you know. But I get 21 days in a park if I want it, and that is great. Now I don't have to stay 21 days. I could stay for a week and go to another park for a week. But yes, I am an October baby. But what's nice about it is that I don't have to wait in between time. I can always be in a Thousand Trails Park or a Trails Collection Park, unless there's no park in the area. So if there's no park there, yes, I am staying cool. Thanks. Um, if there's no park in that state, well, then I have to find some, and I have a Boondockers Welcome. I still have an original member of Boondockers Welcome, and I still pay the $30 a year, which is so worth it and so inexpensive. And I do not have the Harvest Host portion of it, because most of the times, if I'm going to stay at a business, I'll go to like a Cracker Barrel. But I just heard on somebody's video that, oh, it was Rex, Lone Star Rider. He said that he was going to stay at a Cracker Barrel, but he couldn't. They wouldn't. They said they don't, and they were. I think they were in. He was in Colorado City, and they would not let you stay there and at their Cracker Barrel. So then he went to Bass Pro, and they said, yeah. I used to live in Tampa, Carrie Joe. Oh my God. Before I went to Fort Myers. And Fort Myers traffic is crazy now also. I mean, it's like everywhere you go, it's unbelievable. So that's why I get everything I need. And then I just go to the RV park or I go to my boondocking spot and that's it. I stay right where I'm at. I don't like to have to go unless there's something I'm going to go do, like they have, unless, I'm going to the RV show or something like that. But even then, I don't try not to do that because every time I leave this camper, it cost me $100. And I said, I can't live like I'm still have a job, because it took me, I hadn't been making a lot of videos. It was like one every 10 days or something. And, so I wasn't making very much money from YouTube at all. And I just finally got a check for $110 after a couple months, so, but if I was, and plus the viewings went down even though I still have been getting new subscribers, not as many people are watching because they're busy with life. And people are busy with life. That's just the way it works. That's true. But, it's not just the nomads who ruin it. Sometimes it's the locals, you know, or the people who just don't do their job, by cleaning up when they're supposed to clean up. This bathroom here at this place, the one guy who's a manager of maintenance said, "Oh, well, the people left all that mess in the bathroom." I said, "No, they didn't." I said, "That bathroom is, or that laundry room, it was a laundry room. That laundry room looked like that on April 15th when you guys opened this park and opened the door. It was already dirty and no one ever cleaned it. Nobody's ever cleaned it since. And now we're in June and no one's ever cleaned the laundry room." So it's the workers. They're just not doing their job, and they left it dirty from when they closed the park last year, and they never cleaned it. Figure, oh, I'm not going to be here next year, so what difference does it make? Tampa is very, very crowded, but I do like Tampa. Some areas of Tampa, there's some good boondocking around there. Um, a little bit north of there, like one of my favorite places a little bit north, closer to Orlando, is Lake Panasofi. I love to go there. They actually have spigots for water that have water, which is drinkable, and um, it's a big field, and it's they don't have a dump there, but they do have bathrooms. So if you just use the bathrooms instead of your black tank, you know, you can save on filling up your black tank and your gray tank. Oh wow, I didn't know Vegas was laying people off. My sister lives in Vegas, but she doesn't work in the casino, so I don't know what's actually going on there. But I'd have to ask her. Oh, you use truck stops? I go to truck stops too. I stay at truck stops while I'm traveling. Lots of times I stay at Love's. I stay at Love's. I've stayed at Pilots. I've stayed in some McDonald's parking lots that allow it, or sometimes they have like an empty lot next to McDonald's, and there's Eddie T, Eddie and Debbie, oh, two of my faves from Florida, two of my favorite viewers that always watch my live stream. This was a last minute decision, Eddie, to do a live today, and I've been on for an hour and a half. I mean, normally, I'm only, it doesn't matter how long I stay on because it only matters to the people who are watching. It's not like I'm stopping anybody else from going online or anything like that. But some people say, well, you only got like 20 people there. Why would you stay on that long? Well, my 20 people are just as important as anybody else's 200 people. You know, if I had 5 people, it's just like Skyping, only it's on YouTube and anybody can watch it later on. And sometimes people just watch on YouTube and they don't actually go into the YouTube live stream. They watch it as it's recapping, you know. So, well, you didn't get notified because, and true, you didn't get notified because it was a last minute thing. And what I did was I made a post like right before I started it. I said, I'm going live right now. And most people didn't really get the notification, but then it popped up on their screen that, that I was live. So I did it so fast I didn't even monetize it before I started going live. Oh, nothing happened with Patreon. I well, I think they have like a new schedule or something. But you know what? I appreciate both of you guys for being a Patreons of mine in the Patreon account. But I totally understand. I think if they're charging you like extra fees or whatever, don't even worry about it. I truly understand that. Um if I mean, because it's just so hard to keep up with Patreon. They were changing something, and it's hard for me to get in there sometimes. Um, but I do appreciate it. You can be a member on my YouTube, do a membership on the YouTube membership thing, and you don't even have to, you know, contribute if to the because I have the level where you're just a member. You don't have to contribute anything. No extra. Yeah. Oh, good. They're not charging you any extra fees. Oh, good. Are they still taking your money? I don't know. I haven't gotten any notifications because what I do is normally don't touch anything in Patreon until like once a year. And then I take the money and I go buy something I need if I have money in the Patreon. Now, I haven't done that in well over a year because I only have like, I think, 5 Patreons that um, on my Patreon account because I don't push it. Although I used to have something at the end of my videos that said if you want to, be a Patreon, go look at my Patreon and join Patreon. But I don't anymore that much because I was just mentioning it earlier, Eddie, that um, there's a lot of YouTubers now, and is like they they don't even go on YouTube anymore. They just do Patreon. So if you want to see anything about them, you have to pay to see them, and you have to go to Patreon to see them. That's not even a YouTube thing anymore. And then when they do come on YouTube, they come on YouTube and just talk like this, but in a video. And they're not really showing anything. They're not camping. They're not taking you with them to any locations. They're not um their content is just them talking to you. And to me, that's just like a blog or a vlog or whatever they call it. Or, um, yeah, I guess they call it a vlog. It's a chat, more or less, just like this. So, um, I like to, I would think that if somebody's going to pay to see you, that they want to watch a video and see something good. That's fine, John. I just don't push it. Um, but I just don't want to pressure people to think that they have to give me money. It just seems like it's changed so much. So I wasn't really pushing it. Oh, does Patreon tell you have to pay a certain amount of money, Carolyn? I don't think so. I think it's up to you how much you pay or whatever. Hey, Granny Bear, Gus Bear. Hi from Crystal Beach, Texas. Crystal Beach, Texas. I stayed there a couple of times. and on the Boulevard Peninsula. I love it there, and the big store and everything else. I got to go back again. You could stay on the beach. You only have to pay $10 for a permit. The permit's good for a year, and you could park there all the time in Boondock. But you got to watch out for the tide. If the tide comes in, you could lose your rig. So you got to be careful. Oh, they get fast food's getting $20 an hour, huh? Huh. Well, you know what? I did get a message that they were changing what month they when they take the money out or whatever. So I was like, I'm not going to go on there and tell my people that, cuz I just it's fine. I know you guys. I know you and Debbie love me and you love to watch my videos. I know. I just was That's why I mentioned it because I when you popped up, I knew you were from Crystal Beach at the Boulevard Peninsula, and it's so much fun there. Oh, you go to John, you go to Crystal Beach every year for a week? I don't know if that I'll make it there this year. Um, but I like that beach. I like the fact you can go camp out there for a month and only pay $10, you know? And I like to go to, I think it's called the little town called Piney or wherever they have like a rice festival there. They're like the rice festival people or whatever. And I stay at this little community park, which is free. You just got to call them up and tell them you're staying there. It's free camping. They do have bathrooms there, but they didn't have water or dump or anything like that. No power. It's a great beach. It's a great beach. It really is. Yeah, I enjoyed it there a lot. But anybody who came in late, I was talking about having a meetup in East Texas the last week, like the 25th through the 28th. I will let you know more about it if I choose to do it. It's just something I'm throwing out there for now to see who's interested. So, well, you're still going to see Caravan Carolyn and Carolyn's RV Life and me. We're still there. However, our Carolyn's RV Life still there. Caravan Carolyn is doing hers is Caravan Carolyn reviews now. Because she doesn't travel anymore, but she does still update people on what she's doing or when she goes traveling, or if she has products. So she reviews different products on her channel now. So I still watch her products. I keep in touch with Carolyn. Try to keep in touch with everybody. I still keep in. I watch Aja's. Well, Wandering Jimmy, he's not doing any videos, but Terry and Scott, Destination Open Road, they're back on doing videos again. Well, they did one or two because they went to. Aja had a birthday party for Terry, and it was Terry's birthday, so they went to visit Aja. And I don't know if they're going to stay on the road. They have a truck camper now again, so they don't have they might have the fifth wheel parked up north, but they're just doing the camper right now for traveling. And who I still talk to, well, Full Tiny House is not traveling anymore either. They bought a house, and all the kids got a job. They all got jobs at like fast food places. Um, in fact, they just did a video. It was they were doing some maintenance on their camper that's been in storage. Bex is still out there. She comes up with a video now and again. She doesn't do as many as she used to, but she does still do some videos now and again. Mostly, I think she stays like in Utah. I'm not sure. I know she was doing a lot of camping in Utah and then California, but um, yeah, that sounds like fun. I'm gonna be, if I do this meetup, it's gonna be in East Texas. You'd have to come to us at the state park, and I'll let you know for sure. I don't know where you're located. Well, you said uh, Crystal Beach, but this will be not southeast. This will be more like east, but in the middle of the state. Like near I-20. So I don't know how far you're from 20. You're pretty far. Well, like I said, is I don't talk to them. Steve messages me on Facebook. We have, kept in touch on Facebook, but they have a house that they're living in. They're living in a house and they're not traveling. It doesn't mean that they won't travel, you know, but they're not traveling right now. And the kids have jobs, and I'm not sure if they're still homeschooling or if the kids are in a regular school. I don't know. I knew what you meant, Carolyn. It never does Aja's name right. It always misspells her name when I type it in there, you know. But and even Nomad Ranch, they're Ed and Sue, they haven't been doing very many videos at all anymore. Not very often. Uh, they're busy keeping up their property, over by Aja's, and because they have property by Aja. And who else? A lot of the people, Camper Van Kevin, he's still making videos, and uh, Living Free Mike is still making videos, but there's not as many nomads as there used to be. I mean, I used to be able to go on there and watch like 5 videos, you know, and or 6 videos, boom, 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 boom. I was always had something to watch on YouTube. I didn't ever watch television. No, Camper Van Kevin is not near Aja. Well, no, he's not really near Aja. Because to go to Kevin's, like he tells everybody he's in Concho or Sholo. So if you're coming, it depends on which way you're going. Like that, his Kevin would be, let's see, I don't know which way you're looking at it, but this is Kevin. Kevin would be down here and Aja would be up here, because she's near Williams. So, and she tells everybody that, so I'm not doxing her and saying where she stays at, but she's like more towards, she's more in Williams, Arizona, whereas Kevin is down south of I-40 also, but in Sholo. I mean, but I don't know how long it takes to get from one to the other. I never timed it, but it's a couple hours maybe between their places, but they're really not that close in vicinity to each other. Actually, Traveling Robert just bought land in Arizona, and I think he bought land up near Williams somewhere. I just was watching this video too. Where did he say it was at? Oh, Kingman. He bought land in Kingman. I don't know how much he bought. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but he bought land in Kingman. Kevin knows the Lord. That's true. Yeah. He sure does know the Lord. And so does Mike, Living Free Mike. And you'd be surprised how many people know the Lord. Um, maybe they, I mean, you might not realize it, but in so many ways they actually do tell you without like coming across as being a Bible thumper, as some people would say. Some people get offended if you talk about the Lord, and I don't know why, but the Lord is my Savior. Jesus Christ is my Savior, and I believe that all things can happen through Him. All things are possible through Him, and I try to live um, by His will and not my will. When I pray that whatever be His will, even though we want to change things and make it our own will, it might not be what He wants, what is in the plan, what God has in the plan for you. No, I have not, Eddie. In fact, I was just watching Destination Open Road. They did a video going to Phoenix from Anjas, and I'm guessing that they took 17 or they took 89, and he didn't, 89A, and he didn't answer me yet about it. But I have always asked people. I was supposed to last year, but I was afraid to take it because I heard it's really a winding road, and it's not the best road to take to go down to Sedona from 40. If you're going to go to Sedona, you're better off going up 17. But there's that little squiggly place. I think I'd have to go just in my van, not with my camper. I was going to try it last year. I was supposed to do it, but it didn't happen. Hallelujah. Absolutely. Granny Bear. Well, some people are still learning. I'm not going to criticize anybody. Some people aren't good at sharing because they're bashful or shy, or they they can't they don't want to feel the rejection of people who are non-believers. And so I just, people know when you're filled with the Holy Spirit. They can tell by your personality and the way you treat other people. I think doesn't mean that you can't have a bad day and get mad at somebody. Okay, yeah, she just did a bike review. Caravan Carolyn, I think, just did a bike review recently, but she talked about she got MRSA. I don't know if she had mosquito bites or something, or she had some kind of, but she got like MRSA or something, which was on her trip because she got bit by something. Um, but she did post that video. But she said she was going to post a review on a bike, I think. Thank you. That's true about peacemakers. LEOs. I missed that job, but I would not go back. It's not the same as it was before. So anyway, so buttons on your underwear, people say. Um, yeah, there's a lot of people that aren't really doing very many videos. Now, some people who weren't doing a lot of videos are now starting to do more videos. They're starting to do a few videos and do more. So I think and my friend Donna Shalom on the Roam, I think she's stationary with family right now, just for a short while, visiting with her family. Some people do a little downtime visiting with family, and then they go back out on the road when the fall comes. Thank you, Carrie Joe. Thank you. Thanks for attending. And keep in mind, if if you think you can make it and come to a WWR, if I have one in Texas at the end of September, I'll let people know. I'll be putting it on the Lollapalooza Facebook page that I have. I still have the Lollapalooza Facebook page, and I have the WWR page, but I think people from the WWR page belong to the Lollapalooza page. So But I will put it out there so people know that if I decide to do the event. But like I said, it's not going to be real complicated because I'm going to want to enjoy it. I'm not going to run around and be crazy. I just want it to be. We're going to camp. We're going to cook. We're going to camp. We're going to sit around the campfire and have a movie and have a potluck. And anybody could do whatever they want whenever they want because there's this particular state park I was talking about. It has, like I said, boating, fishing, a lot of fishing, boating. It has trails. It has an island that you can walk over a bridge to an island, and also tent camp over there if you want to do tent camping if you don't have an RV. And if you don't have an RV and you don't want a tent camp, they have shelters there. They have screen shelters and they also have cabins. Now, the screen shelters, you have to bring your own cot or your own bed or blow up bed. But in the cabins, they have beds, but you got to bring your own sheets and linens. Well, I watch now and again, but now she has separated her politics from her regular channel. Her Carolyn's RV life, she really does. Most of the time I've watched it, she's not talking about politics, but she has a channel that's just about politics. I don't believe in her politics either. Um, I don't believe in the way she yells at you, more or less scolds you or whatever. And but you can't put her in your place and say something to her. So she's not the same person that I started watching, but I'm not the same person that people started watching either. I think we all change. So, I mean, it's understandable that people change, you know, but I wish her well, you know, and I do watch her videos now and again, but not that often anymore. Oh, you would go to a cabin if you came? Yeah, they have these cabins that have like they have one cabin that has twin beds in it or bunk beds, and they have another cabin that has uh, two full size or two queen size beds. I'm not really sure. I have to look it back up now. But so if you don't have a van, just I mean, if you're not going to van camp, I thought you had your van was um carried, Joe. I thought you had a van camper. But and that yeah, the screen shelter is kind of open and screened in. I don't think it has windows. It might be a little either too hot or cool, but the other one has air conditioning in it. Although they all have electric, and one of them has a bathroom, one of them doesn't. You'd have to look at it online, but I'll let everybody know. Thanks, Carolyn. Thank you. I think a lot of people learned from Moose Boots from Carolyn's RV life, but even though she probably always had those same views that she has now, she's been more comfortable with voicing her opinion, and that's her prerogative to do whatever she wants with her channel. You know, um, but and she still has a lot of viewers. She has a lot of people in her subscribers. But I think she lost a lot too. And people leave my channel every time I talk about something that or talk about the president of the United States. They stop watching my channel. So, you know, I didn't stop watching people because I didn't support, I didn't choose the previous presidents, but I always knew the person was our president, never denied that. And it's like, not my president. Yeah, he is my president. you know, but anyway, yeah, as soon as I, voice who I believe in is on my channel politically, I notice that I end up losing subscribers, and that's their prerogative. So I try not to talk too much about it anymore. But there are sometimes I do talk about it because um, because of my Christian beliefs. I will talk about it. Just like I lose people when they get mad, they don't like it when I talk about God and talk about Jesus Christ. But that's not going to stop because that is my job. I am a disciple, and it's my job to spread the word, so I will. Oh, Eddie, thank you. Thank you. Well, I'll let you know for sure, Carrie Joe, if I do the meetup. Thanks, you guys. Thanks. Thanks, Eddie, Debbie. Thanks, Granny Buzz. Um, there was something else I was going to tell you about. I don't remember though. What it? Uh, must not. Like my mother used to say, must not have been important. If you forget what you're going to say, must not have been important. Must not have been important. Well, we are now into an hour and 45 minutes. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for an hour and 45 minutes. But or 46 minutes. I will let y'all know if I decide to have, to do the meetup. And I'll do another live stream. Maybe I'll do one more often. There's Floss. Hey, Floss. Thanks for joining. I was just getting ready to sign off. Well, it's a state park in Tatum, Texas. I think it's called Tatum, Texas. But I haven't said for sure that I'm going to do this thing. I'm thinking about, and you know, I'm trying to get a feel for it to see who's interested in doing a East Texas meetup. A wheel wanderers rendezvous. Wheeled Wheeled Wanderers Rendezvous. WWR. Cool. Cool. So, with all of that, now as we approach 10 minutes before 2, oh no, 10 minutes scared me. 10 it's 2 minutes to 11. I just in time for lunch, right? Yeah, I probably won't do it in Illinois. The weather is just too unpredictable. I know. Are you going to go to M25, Floss? I'm not going to make it to M25, but yeah. So I'm going to go ahead. Hey, Christina. Hey, I'll be calling you shortly. I'm just getting ready. I've been on here for almost 2 hours doing the live stream, and it's almost noon. It's it's almost 11. It's 10:59. Time to go. I got to call my sister-in-law, or my friend Christina. We have the same last name. And I usually call her before now. So I got to give her a call, and I got to get out. And this Danny's already been outside. She's peed and pooped, and now she's just sitting here with the breeze blowing on her face. There she is. Hey, Miss Danny, look up at the camera, everybody. I'll be putting out another video here shortly, and I'll let you know about the WWR, and I hope you can come if we do it. Good to talk to you too, John. Thanks for coming to the live stream, you guys. Eddie, Moose Boobs, Floss, Christina, John, Country Dweller, Charlie Grace, Daryl. Oh, I can't remember everybody who's on was here. Um, everybody who came. Granny Bear, Carolyn Nunez, Carrie Joe, everybody who came to be on here and stayed on here so long with me. Thank you so much. Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla, who I haven't spoke with in ages. It was so good to hear from you. Everybody who came and stayed for so long on this. Oh, Judith, also Judith was here. Everybody, I appreciate it. Have a wonderful, blessed day and a blessed summer. I'll be signing off. Take care. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Mwah. Have a great one. Bye. See you soon.